this post-game press conference, we have Coach the Nud. We also have Chris Newsom of the Meralco Bolts. Same thing as we did last time. Chris will deliver an opening statement. Coach will deliver an opening statement. And then we'll open the floor up to questions. So Chris, go ahead.
First and foremost, thank you all for being here. And it was nice to be here in Cebu to play in front of all the fans, especially after what just happened here with the earthquakes and the typhoon and everything. It was really nice to see smiles on the faces of a lot of the people in the crowd tonight. And as you saw, I wanted to make sure that I personally thanked a lot of them for coming out tonight. And the team did a really good job of doing a fundraiser for us and for them. And I think that shows a lot about not just the players, but the Meralco organization as a whole, and how they like to help in ways that they can. So it was just nice to be here again. Nice to put some smiles on those faces, and just ready to go out and get another win. My mindset's move on to the next one, so that's what we're doing.
Coach, go ahead.
I would just like to.
With the mic, please. Sorry.
I would like to reiterate what Chris was saying about playing here in Cebu. It's for us, going around provinces in Philippines is a special thing. I know that Cebu is a proud basketball city that developed a lot of great Filipino players, and is still producing great Filipino players, and we're just happy that we can give you a bit of a joy with all the strife that you had in recent past. As far as the game goes, we've done a great job on the board, on the basket. We had 68 points in the paint. We have rebounded them quite heavily. It was a difficult game for both teams because they got a new coach. They just came in a week ago with 5 new players. It was difficult for us as well because we didn't know who we were playing as well. So I'm glad that we got this win. We're playing them in 3 weeks' time again. And we expect much tougher battle in that game.
All right. If you have a question, please raise your hand. We'll let you ask.
Chris, played against RHJ multiple times in the PBA, and I know this is like your 4th game together, but that performance earlier, monster double-double. Do you expect anything like that with RHJ?
Rondé is one of the most fierce competitors that I've ever played against. Played against him in the PBA, played against him internationally when he was in Jordan, and he's the same. He approaches the game the same way. The thing I love about RHJ is the intensity that he brings, and it's not just in the games, but it's actually in the practices where you see where he's the most effective, because he motivates the guys around him. He makes his teammates go even harder. Whenever you feel like you can't go anymore, RHJ is going to be one of those guys that's going to push you to get the most out of you. And I think it's been refreshing to have him with the Meralco Bolts and just bringing that type of competitive spirit to our organization. I mean, he sees that everybody here wants to compete, and so he fits right into what we do. And he's a great team guy. He's not just a guy that's going to go out there and get his. As you can see on the stat sheet, we got 22 assists tonight, and that shows a lot about the team, that we trust one another, that we're willing to move the ball. So it's definitely not about one person, but he helps to attract the defense and makes it easier for a lot of the other guys. So we just got to do our job and start knocking down shots, so that way the defense has to play a little bit more honest, and that opens things up for him and Ishmael as well.
Any questions?
Coach, when Macau rallied from
Well, yes, I mean, they made some big shots. They had some very good individual plays by their small point guard Key and also Green. So we expected that they're not going to just slow down, and they, they're a proud team. So We had a couple of turnovers too many in that period, for my liking, and we know that. But we managed to get the game to bring the game in.
Lulu and Coach Stevan, you're also undefeated since Mahedi came into the team. So how important is Mahedi in your ball club?
Very similar to Ronda as well. I mean, he's a guy that fits into our team really well. He didn't have a great game today. He was troubled with the fouls, and he was in and out of the game too much, and he couldn't get the rhythm. But he's still, a guy that brings a lot of positiveness, a lot of joy. He's really a great personality as well, and we're so blessed to have him in our team.
Yeah, and I double that. I mean, after seeing what he was able to do in the Asia Cup out in Saudi, I kind of knew his game already. And then him coming into the team, being 24, and it's refreshing to have that young energy with our team, because a lot of us are getting older. So to see somebody that comes in, he has that hunger, he has that drive. One of the best guards in Asia. It's been refreshing for me as well to kind of reflect where I have been, and he's motivating me and awakening that fire in me to come out and just find that energy again, like my young self. Challenging guys to one-on-one and stuff. That's something that he brings to this team that nobody else really has brought. And like Coach said, he blends in really well with the guys. He's not shy. He's not shy to joke around or interact with his teammates. He's one of the first guys to greet you whenever he gets to the gym. So he's just a great character guy for our organization.
Coach, Ishmael Romero scored 25 points and grabbed 28 rebounds. Can you just talk about his performance?
Well, somebody getting 28 rebounds doesn't happen very often in basketball, and especially in 35 minutes or whatever he played. He was dominating the boards. He was, but also, defensively he was playing well. Made some finishes, some big baskets for us as well from the offensive rebounds and from the dishes from other guys. They are, Macau is a little bit undersized, that helps as well, but that shouldn't take, the credit away from Ismail for getting that number of rebounds. Of course, our poor shooting from the three-point line helped us getting a few more offensive rebounds as well. But on the other side, our not so good shooting from the three. And we had 22 assists, that's a really high number for assists for that shooting percentage, So Ismail was big for us. Definitely, he controlled the hoop, the under the basket for both ends.
Any other questions?
Yeah, so normally when we come down to Cebu to play, usually it's PBA. A lot of times, being Meralco, we're not the favorite team. So this time it really felt like a home game for us. And like you said, with everything going on, it kind of blended really well for us to be able to play for you guys. That was something that we really wanted to make sure that we emphasize this. We're here not to just play for Meralco, not to just play for the PBA, but we're here to play for the countrymen, the people that go through everyday struggles. We're here to play for you guys. And so having that extra motivation here, it made it a much different game than the usual PBA game, and it was an honor to be able to represent you all and to play in front of you all tonight.
Chris, the next game, December 6th. Then after that, you guys got December 10th in the PBA. So that takes you around 20 days of rest. So this, how would you guys be making sure that rust doesn't get to you guys, and how will you finish this
So actually, that's his department. He's done a really good job as well as the rest of the coaching staff on how they organize things for us during this EASL and PBA run. We've been in the EASL the last 2 years, and I think Coach has done a really good job of learning how to adjust and learning how to be able to organize everything for how we need to approach the game. So, Coach, I'm actually going to open the floor to you if you want to say anything about that.
Well, it's difficult, and the most difficult part of playing both leagues because other teams are in the same boat. Teams from Taipei in Japan, they play local league and they play ESL as well. The only difference, and it's a big difference, is that we play in PBA without imports, and we play here with 4 imports, so it's kind of almost like 2 teams, and we need to keep form for the PBA guys, and a lot of PBA guys don't get that much court time in ESL, and now we got 6 weeks without PBA games, so it's a difficult thing to juggle for the coach, but it's most difficult for the players to be able to stay in form and stay. When we play PB games, I think we played 7 games in 19 days to start with, and now we've got another 4 games in 9 days. So it's it's not easy, but we don't complain. We love playing ESL. It's a great league. We appreciate the organizers of the league to make it happen and to invite us, and we're happy to be there.
Any other questions? I think we can take 2 more tops. Okay, also to help with your coverage real quick, I should have mentioned this at the beginning, but Romero's 28 rebounds today is an EASL record since the start of our home and away season in 2023-24. So that is a single game record. Ismael Romero, 28 rebounds against the Macau Black Bears today. All right, Coach and Chris, thank you guys.
Thank you guys. Thank you.